Hello everyone. Welcome to Etherworld's YouTube channel for easy-to-learn Ethereum blockchain concepts. In this video, we will discuss: what is self-destruct? The history of including self-destruct in the Ethereum codebase. Why developers are considering deprecation. EIPs proposed for announcement and deprecation of self-destruct. EIP 4758, Deactivate self-destruct. EIP 4760, Self-destruct bomb. EIP 6046, replace self-destruct with deactivate. EIP 6049, deprecate self-destruct. EIP 6780, self-destruct only in the same transaction. EIP 6190, Verkle-compatible self-destruct. According to Vitalik's own words, the self-destruct opcode in Ethereum has been criticized for causing more harm than good to the ecosystem. Self-destruct, originally called suicide, was introduced very early in Ethereum's history. In fact, it was present even in the pre-announcement spec of the Ethereum protocol from December 2013. It was designed to prevent the state from becoming cluttered with unnecessary data. The initial concept was that externally owned accounts, EOAs, would be automatically destroyed when their balance reached zero, and contracts could incorporate a self-destruct clause to delete themselves when no longer needed. A gas refund would incentivize this process. Check out our shorts on externally owned accounts versus contract accounts to learn more about EOAs. Moving on, in January 2014, Andrew Miller identified a vulnerability in the December 2013 spec, where EOAs were exposed to replay attacks. This issue was resolved with the introduction of nonces. The addition of nonces eliminated the possibility of deleting EOAs since the nonce could not be reset to zero. However, by 2015, it became evident that contract developers rarely used the self-destruct feature, as determining the appropriate time to self-destruct was difficult, and the rewards were minimal. In 2016, during the early stages of Ethereum and decentralized organizations, DAOs, one of the earliest DAOs suffered a loss of 3.6 million ETH due to the infamous DAO hack. The attack persisted for days since Solidity contracts were immutable and lacked a mechanism for contract destruction. To counteract the exploit, early DAO developers had to fork the entire blockchain, leaving the old chain as Ethereum Classic, etc. To address this issue, self-destruct was created as an exit door in case of security threats. Initially called suicide, it was renamed to self-destruct in Solidity version 0.5.0. If self-destruct had been available during the DAO attack, the situation could have been resolved faster, with minimal loss of funds and immediate protection against further exploits. Why developers use self-destruct? Let's explore the potential reasons for using self-destruct in a smart contract. Enhanced smart contract security. Incorporating a self-destruct function enables developers to address vulnerabilities and security flaws in their smart contracts more effectively. If a security issue is identified, the contract can be destroyed, and a new, more secure version can be deployed, preventing potential exploits and loss of funds. Cleanup of unused contracts. Over time, some contracts may become obsolete or unused. The self-destruct function allows developers to remove these contracts from the Ethereum blockchain, reducing clutter and freeing up resources for more relevant contracts. This can help maintain the overall health of the blockchain ecosystem. Smart contract upgrades. As technology and industry standards evolve, developers may need to upgrade their smart contracts to comply with new requirements or implement improved features. In such cases, developers can use the self-destruct function to terminate the existing contract, transfer its funds to a new contract, and deploy an upgraded version with the desired functionalities. Protection against potential security threats. The self-destruct function serves as an emergency exit in the event of a security breach or other critical issues. By having the ability to destroy a contract under attack, developers can minimize the impact of the threat, prevent further damage, and protect their users' assets. Open issues and possible reasons for deprecating self-destruct. Unbounded state object alteration.
SELFDESTRUCT is the only opcode that can modify an unbounded number of state objects within a single block.
It removes an entire storage tree, while other opcodes typically alter a single object per call. Cache design complexity. The unbounded state object alteration forces cache designs to incorporate added complexity to handle situations where self-destruct deletes multiple storage slots. Hindrance to alternative state storage formats. The function makes it difficult to transition to different state storage formats.
It prevents the implementation of single-layer schemes and hinders witness size optimization.
Altering contract code. It is the only opcode that can alter a contract's code. Ideally, once a piece of code is deployed at an address, it should remain there permanently. Bypassing anti-receiving guards and logging. The function has a built-in send feature that bypasses anti-receiving guards and logging. This can lead to unauthorized balance changes without the account holder's consent. Challenges for developers and auditors. The opcode's ability to change balances without consent creates additional edge cases that developers and auditors must consider, adding complexity to their work. Between 2019 and 2021, it became evident that alternative state management methods, such as rent and partial statelessness, were necessary to address long-term state size management. With these new solutions in place, the need for contracts to have the ability to delete themselves voluntarily is no longer necessary. As a result, the role and importance of the self-destruct function in Ethereum development have shifted over time. Next, we will discuss various proposals related to the deactivation of the self-destruct opcode on the Ethereum blockchain. February 3, 2022 EIP 4758. Deactivate self-destruct.
February 3, 2022 EIP 4760, self-destruct bomb. November 25, 2022 EIP 6046, replace self-destruct with deactivate. November 27, 2022 EIP 6049, deprecate self-destruct. December 20, 2022 EIP 6190, Verkle-compatible self-destruct. March 25, 2023 EIP 6780, self-destruct only in same transaction. EIP 4758, deactivate self-destruct. The proposal was created by Guillaume Ballet, Vitalik Buterin, and Tancred Feist on February 3, 2022. This proposal suggests renaming the self-destruct opcode to sendall and changing its functionality to only send all the ether in an account to the caller, instead of destroying the code and storage. This change is necessary because the current functionality of self-destruct is not compatible with Verkle trees, which will be used to store accounts in many different account keys. The main reason for this change is to prepare for statelessness, which requires disabling self-destruct. This proposal does not affect many applications, except those that recreate a contract at the same address using create2 after a self-destruct. Applications that use self-destruct to burn balances of non-ETH tokens or to make a contract upgradable will also be affected and will no longer be secure. However, these issues can be resolved by modifying the contract's operations and using alternative methods. EIP 4760, self-destruct bomb. This proposal was also created by Guillaume Ballet, Vitalik Buterin, and Tancred Feist on February 3, 2022. The main difference between this EIP and the previous one is that this proposal increases the gas cost of the self-destruct opcode exponentially. This is done to give app developers more warning about the upcoming change, even if they are not aware of the EIP process. The gas cost of self-destruct will increase over time until a specific block height, after which the cost will revert back to its original value. The chosen period of around 4 months is intended to give developers enough time to react and prepare their applications for the change. Like the previous EIP, this proposal aims to disable self-destruct to prepare for statelessness and resolve issues with Verkle trees. EIP 6046, replace self-destruct with deactivate. This proposal was created by Alex Baragzassi on November 25, 2022. This EIP also requires EIP 2681, EIP 2929, and EIP 3529. Currently, self-destruct deletes all the storage keys and removes the account.
However, concerns have arisen about its unbounded nature and the challenges of supporting it with Verkle trees. EIP 6046 suggests renaming SELFDESTRUCT to Deactivate and changing its behavior to transfer the account balance to the target, set the account balance to 0, and set the account nonce to 2 to the power 64-1, without deleting any storage keys or removing the account. This change allows for the reuse or removal of storage slots one by one if the revived contract chooses to do so. The proposed changes also modify account execution and create and require a protocol upgrade. Contract authors must be aware of the new behavior of preserving storage and design contracts accordingly. Existing deployed code performing autonomous destruction and revival may also be affected. EIP 6049, Deprecating Self-Destruct. William Entricken created this meta proposal on November 27, 2022, and it was included in the Chapella upgrade announcement.
The aim of EIP 6049 is to discourage using self-destruct in future contracts.
With a strong consensus that change is necessary, the proposal is supported by ongoing discussions in Ethereum's developers community regarding how to remove self-destruct. While this EIP does not propose a specific modification, it alerts users that future changes may break their code. EIP 6190, Verkle-compatible self-destruct. Gavin John created this proposal on December 20, 2022. The proposal suggests modifying self-destruct to cause a finite number of state changes. Instead of destroying the contract at the end of the transaction, the contract's code will be set to 0x1 and some other changes will occur. Additionally, the gas cost of self-destruct will be increased by 50 for each alias contract that forwards to the contract being self-destructed. EIP 6190 aims to make the minimum amount of changes necessary to support self-destruct in Verkle trees while preserving EIP 2929's gas cost increase. However, a protocol upgrade is required since it modifies consensus rules. EIP 6780 can be an optimal solution that will not break any existing contract using self-destruct. EIP 6780, self-destruct only in same transaction. EIP 6780, self-destruct only in the same transaction has been added as CFI to the Denkin specs. Guillaume Bellet, Vitalik Buterin, and Dankred Feist created this proposal on March 25, 2023. EIP 6780 requires EIP 2681, EIP 2929, and EIP 3529. The proposal suggests limiting the functionality of the self-destruct opcode to sending all Ether in the account to the caller. However, the current behavior will be preserved when self-destruct is called in the same transaction as a contract was created. Applications that use self-destruct solely to retrieve funds will continue to work. Similarly, applications that use self-destruct only in the same transaction as contract creation will also work without any changes. Under EIP 6780, if self-destruct is called in a transaction that is not the same as the transaction that created the contract will not be completely destroyed. Instead, the entire balance of the contract will be transferred to a target account, and no storage keys or code will be deleted. This means that any data stored in the contract will remain, but the contract itself will no longer exist. However, if self-destruct is called in the same transaction as the contract was created, the contract will be completely destroyed. All storage keys and code will be deleted, and the entire balance of the contract will be transferred to a target account. This will result in an empty account with no code or data stored in it. In conclusion, this change won't affect applications using self-destruct primarily for fund retrieval or during contract creation, but it will have an impact on other use cases. Ethereum developers have already signaled to discontinue supporting self-destruct opcode. Smart contract developers should probably be expecting one of the above-discussed proposals to be deployed on the Denkin, Deneb and Cancun. Stay updated with Etherworld's blog and YouTube channel. Please check out our Ethereum playlist on @Etherworldco to learn more about how EIPs and the standardization process work on the Ethereum blockchain. If you find our content helpful, hit the like and subscribe buttons and don't forget to hit the bell to receive future updates. Thank you for your support.